Hello, my name is Paulo Acosta, and I will talk about the topic of the influence of music in behavior and making and decision making. I believe that music can do affect people's behavior. I Studies have shown that some specific kind of music can help people concentrate when studying. Um, some other kind of music can relax patients during recovery, and even when you're doing exercise, it is uh, it is demonstrated that music or energetic music can uh, increase your performance in 18%. So based on these evidences and these studies, I personally believe that music can affect our behavior. Nowadays, most of the music we hear is about violence or sexual things, and I believe it's a retroactive process when um, our behavior is affected by the music, and the music we create is based on our behavior or what we see in society. So I think both music and behavior evolve uh, along with each other and influence each other. I also believe that there are music that can help us to have a better behavior. As a matter of fact, music that is calm or relaxing can help us feel better when we feel sad, when we feel bad, and even when we are for people who has some mental diseases like anxiety or depression. Music can be a good influence, a good treatment in order uh, to help them progress in the recovery process. On the other hand, violent music or music who objectify women uh, has a bad influence in our behavior. When we hear this kind of music, when we listen to the lyrics, um, it's more likely for us to have these kind of thoughts. And as we know, thinking or thoughts are the first step for actions. No action is done without being conceived in our mind. So I'm not saying that people who listen violent music or music with lyrics sexualizing women are going to commit a crime or be bad people, because that is not the reality. However, I do think it is an influence, not the greatest influence, not the only influence, but it is an influence in our behavior. Um, Even without thinking it, because I think probably many of us listen to music in general, and sometimes we don't listen to the lyrics. We just go with the flow and and focus on the rhythm. But the lyrics, even when we don't pay attention to them, have uh, an influence in our subconscious that when we are in a situation similar to the songs they mention, or maybe when we are in front of women or men, or in a situation when we can decide to be violent or pacifist, these thoughts come to our mind. And many of us decide to do the right thing and try and treat women and men in a right way. However, having these thoughts, there's always the possibility to make bad decisions, and as a result of this or as a consequence of this, it is a bad influence. So yes, in conclusion, I believe specifically violent and sexualizing and sexual lyrics affect our behavior in a in the degree we allowed this music to affect us. It depends of each one of us. but it is an influence. The music we listen is an influence in our lives.